Agent down.
A few moments later.
Else you can mess with that'll piss her off.
Don't let them raise the stockpile.
What's up guys, Woo here, back again with another Division 2 build video, and this one is for Kino on Twitter. This gent reached out to me asking to put together an Oxidizer build for PvE, what's the best way to go, and this is an exceptional build that I had to share for you this evening, my good man. So I hope you enjoy the build, let me know below, or reach out on Twitter and just give me your honest opinion, it helps. And of course guys, yes, if you enjoy the build, you know what to do. Thumbs doodle, that really helps. It gives this video some traction, gets it noticed in that YouTube algorithm, gets some views and all that jazz. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the Woo channel, you need to drop the Woo bomb on the subscribe button, ding that bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, yep, you know, let's woo this. Guys, yes, an Oxidizer build for PvE, let's do it, let's take a look. And guys, yes, you have to roll with 6 skill tiers, it has to be done. With this build, you want to cause as much carnage with the Oxidizer as possible. So let's get a couple of facts out in the open straight away. Now, the Oxidizer is not a status effect giving skill. So if you want to stack status effects on this build to use with the Oxidizer, it is pointless. It does not offer any of that shizzle whatsoever. It's just a corrosive gas. So as soon as NPCs get in that gas, it will cause them damage over time, but there's no status effects. So if you spec in the status effects, it will not increase the status effect duration or the damage. It will not happen. So guys, do not do that. What you need to put on this build is skill haste and skill damage. That's the most optimal way to roll with the Oxidizer setup. So guys, Nerf Gun Specialization. I'm using that because that grants me that 10% skill damage. It helps the build a lot. Again, with this, you could switch one of your utility stats to, yeah, you guessed it, an armor stat, or maybe even a weapon damage stat to give you a bit more damage or survivability. That is entirely up to you. With this, you can see I'm rolling with a Nerf Gun Specialization. My armor is 726k, 277k health, and of course 6 skill tiers. Let's go through the gear. Now the mask is China Light Industries Corporation, and I'm using that because I have an explosive seeker mine. So that's going to grant me the extra 15% explosive damage, so that will help. It is not, again, the bread and butter of the build, but again, it's a nice little handy second utility skill to have, because it's going to cause a lot of damage, which is really, really good. Of course, guys, you can see this is a near god roll mask. It is beautiful. I love this. And again, in my little OCD fashion, I am a little bit frustrated because that is not 12% skill haste. It is what it is. I'm waiting for that mask to roll with 12% skill haste, and happy days. But as you can see, this is exactly what you want on your mask. Skill damage, skill haste, with a skill haste utility mod. Now look at the holster. The holster is Hana U. And with this setup, 2-piece Hana U is awesome because you're going to get 10% skill haste and 10% skill damage. And with the holster, you can see, again, it's exactly what you need. Skill damage, skill haste. And the knee pads, again, integral. Integral you roll with Wyvern Wear 1-piece because it gives you 10% skill damage. And the attributes, this is creme de la creme, yeah, 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage. Nice. The gloves. The gloves are Murakami Industries. That's 20% skill duration. And that 20% skill duration extends. Yeah, it extends the duration of the cloud of the Oxidizer. And I will demonstrate shortly what I mean by saying that. But 10% skill damage, 12% skill haste. This is god roll. It is. It's awesome. I love this pair of gloves. The backpack is, yes, the Acosta's Go Bag. Now, I rarely use this. Not because it's not very good. Don't think I'm saying that. It is an exceptional backpack, and I've had a few shit backpacks drop for me, good old Acosta's Go Bag, whatever, that have been about 7% skill damage and 7% skill haste, bit naff. I've recalibrated or re-rolled it, whatever you want to call it. So I've got loads of exotic components, and yes, it's rolled quite nice. I'm quite happy with this. It's in a good place now, so I can use it. So with this Go Bag, what does it do? So the one in hand, that throwing a grenade refunds it and grants +1 skill tier for 15 seconds. Grants overcharge if already at skill tier 6, and that has a 60-second cooldown. Again, with this build, I feel the most optimal way to run the Oxidizer is the Acosta's Go Bag. It's just a non-starter, guys. It really is, and I'll demonstrate shortly. But with this, you have infinite grenades. Again, throw one, you get one back. You throw one, you get one back. So that's going to keep happening. So you can just keep spamming this every 60 seconds, and that will grant that extra, again, overcharge on the build. So you don't have to use a medkit with Energize. Not you using those bad boys up. You are just throwing your infinite grenades to proc the Acosta's Go Bag. It's 15 seconds, but 15 seconds can be a long time in the battlefield. It can be. So it's a great, great talent. I like this. 2 in the bag, which is the second talent on the Go Bag. 1 armor kit, that's handy. 3 grenades, well, that's pointless really because you've got infinite grenades. 25% ammo capacity, which is okay. 10% repair skills, so that's good for, again, a kind of a healer build. Or 10% status effects. Again, if you're rolling with a status effect skill, this will only heighten the effects. I like this, it's really good. Now, in terms of the utility mod, it has to be skill haste. Guys, skill haste all the way on this build. So with this, the key is you need to throw your nade, and then you have 15 seconds where you need to start spamming the Oxidizer because the radius is mental. And when I go through the skills, I'll demonstrate how mental. But what is the cherry on top of the cake is the chest piece. Now, the chest piece I've used on a build already. I've showcased it, which is awesome, is this. It's Hana U, so that's 10% skill haste and skill damage. Status effects, it is what it is. That will heighten the damage from my secondary skill, which is the explosive seeker mine. But then you have the skill damage 6.1%. I would love more, but it is what it is. Ignore that, guys. You guys can definitely get higher on this, a better rolled performing chest piece, and 11.1% skill haste. But because I'm rolling with tag team, it just makes this chest piece so much better. Now, the last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to that enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 6 seconds. The cooldown is 4 seconds. I had to show you an extended part at the start of the video, which demonstrates, and again, it was perfectly demonstrating how fantastic this talent can execute. It really can. Because with the Oxidizer, you have that kind of infinite Oxidizer skill. It just keeps spamming. You keep spamming, shoot, spam, and it's guys, yeah. So it's consistent damage. It's really, really nice. Now, I'm going to demonstrate a build in the coming days using the fire starter, and again that will deal a cracking amount of damage as well with that initial explosion and the burn. It's going to be really, really good, so stay tuned for that in a few days. But yeah, this is an excellent chest piece talent. Someone will say, there's always a know-it-all in the comment section that could say use glass cannon, more damage. But what you got to understand, what you have to kind of grasp the concept of, is you're getting your skills back quicker. So ultimately you have more survivability, and of course you are dealing more damage over time because your skills are coming back quicker. And that only is a benefit not just to you but to your teammates. So this is a fantastic chest piece talent. I mean, I adore this. It is amazing. Trust me, if you have not used it, use it, come back to me. Tell me what you think about this chest piece talent. Anyway, I digress. We've looked at the gear. Now let's take a look at the weapons. The primary weapon is the Surge. I use this a lot on my skill builds. It's just an excellent go-to weapon because it's got perfect spikes. That's 25% skill damage for 8 seconds. And I say this quite consistently. If you can roll damage to armor on your rifle, then do so. I haven't. I've missed it. I've been a bit of a douche. I forgot and all that jazz. But yeah, it is what it is. But if you can roll it, then definitely roll it. Someone will say, you've got another one, but look what I've done. Yeah, I've not rolled it correctly. Yeah, I know, I'm stupid. Blah, 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 and all that jazz. But definitely roll damage to armor if possible, because that will help your skills. It will elevate the damage on the skills. Then you have this perfect perpetuation, the everlasting gaze, which helps with the Seeker Mine. It helps prolong the damage. So it has perfect perpetuation. That's headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. Again, that won't work with the Oxidizer, but it will work with the explosive Seeker Mine. And with that, happy days. In terms of the mods on the weapons, they're simply crit hit chance and rounds. That's what I go for on all my weapons. Simple as that. The secondary is the backup boomstick. I don't use it, but I like it. It's a nice looking sidearm, little shotty thing. It's there because it's pretty, so don't worry about that. You can use whatever you want. And then we'll look at the skills. So the first skill is the explosive Seeker Mine, 17.3 second cooldown, damage of 4 million, blast radius of 5.2 meters. I'm skill tier 6, that's 60% damage, 30% radius, which is nice. Mod wise, the damage, health, and yeah, you guessed it, more damage. Now, with my lovely, lovely Chem launcher Oxidizer, this is what we have. That's ammo is 7. The cooldown is 12.4 seconds. In fact, it is 6 seconds cooldown for your, again, Oxidizer canister to be completely replenished. 6 seconds. All you do, you spam, spam 1. Wait for the enemy to be tagged, and once they're tagged and a little red icon there with a skull, shoot said enemy, 6 seconds deducted. That's a 6 second cooldown for your Oxidizer. Nice. Very nice. So nice radius. The cloud duration is 13.2 seconds. The cloud damage 169k, which is good. Again, I'm tier 6. But let's take a look at the special overcharge. If I go into this and then we'll just tab that, scroll down, what happens when it's overcharged? And this is why I'm using the Acosta's Go Bag, because the radius goes up 88% to 100%. That's mental. You've seen in the footage, the radius is insane. The duration is an extra 30 seconds. Sorry, 30 seconds, I wish. 30%. And then the damage goes up 20%. So you can see why the overcharge option on the Oxidizer is fantastic. It is brilliant because it will rinse through enemies. Yeah, it'll rinse through enemies like butter. So definitely utilize Oxidizer or Acosta's Go Bag. Works a treat. Now on the explosive Seeker Mine, if we take a look at the Acosta's Go Bag, we're just checking out an extra 20% damage, but an extra 170% radius. So if any enemies in that radius, they're going to be bleeding. Once they're bleeding, again, what's that going to happen? They are going to be tagged. Tagged, shoot that enemy. You're shaving off 6 seconds. That's a 10 second, well, okay, in theory, it's 11 second Seeker Mine. And then you have a 6 second Oxidizer that will be refreshed. It works a bloody goddamn treat. Now, guys, as I said, the cloud duration is 13.2 seconds. Why am I using the Murakami 20% skill duration? Because that 20% skill duration will add on to the cloud. Sorry, I'm going back and forth now. will add onto that cloud duration, and I'll demonstrate. So if I change this pair of gloves, let's use another standard pair of gloves. Let's use this one as an example. Yep, I'll equip that. Remember 13 point what seconds? Yeah, 11 seconds. So we're shaving off a few seconds of cloud duration. What does that ultimately mean? It means you are missing out on damage for a couple of seconds. Again, to most, that is diddly squat, but still, that's a few 100,000 damage potentially you're missing out on. So, Murakami, a good option. Again, for that cloud to be there, stationed on the floor, you know any enemies are going to be absolutely melted. And especially, guys, especially once you go into Overcharge, NPCs are going to be in that area, and the area is massive. Yet the radius is going to go up to 100%, so you can understand the duration is going up an extra, is it 30%? So yeah, guys, it's going to be insane. So Murakami One Piece does really, really help on the build. Let me just find that pair of gloves again. They're at the bottom somewhere. Yep, there you go. And I'll just go back. 13.2 seconds. Jobs are good. And Murakami One Piece. Do it, guys. Do it. So, we've looked at the weapons, gear, and skills. Let's take a look at the skill haste. It should be around about 102%, but let's have a butcher's. So, guys, yeah, 102.4%. Again, good place to be. You can obviously get this higher. Of course you can. That's something to bear in mind. Once building this, to get the Oxidizer back even quicker. And again, it doesn't have to be the Oxidizer. This is a subscriber shout out. Kino wants to see the Oxidizer and get a viable build for PvE and heroic content, and this does work. Tested it, works a dream. But yes, guys, this build, really enjoying it. This is for Kino. Hope you enjoy it, fella. Let me know below. That'd be awesome. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs doodle. And yes, if you're not subscribed, at the WOOO on that sub button, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace.